Do you love short stories and want to hear them performed by professional actors on stage? Well, you can either go to Newton or listen to them on their podcast. Story Saloon brings Aussie short stories to life on stage, with actors giving a variety of takes on stories by local writers. After a sold-out debut, the next show on the 6th of May features stories by Oliver Courtier, Kate Kennedy, and Paddy O'Reilly. Hey, you skipped the queue! Woo! After COVID hit Southern Ghost Cold hard, local artists launched Folsom Festival to support filmmakers and celebrate coastal culture, man. Now in its 4th year, the festival kicks off on the 1st of May, with 2 weeks of surf films, art, music, and free events running alongside the World Surf League in... Illuminate Adelaide. They're returning in 2025 with 134 events, including world premieres, exclusive performances, and immersive light, music, and technical experiences across the city. Now in its 5th year, the festival continues to spotlight local talent, whilst attracting global artists performing Adelaide into a growing hub of creativity each winter. Can we just move on, please? Nope. Up next, a play in Brisbane, The Dictionary of Lost Words. It's a visually stunning play about Esme, a young girl who helps her dad with Oxford English Dictionary and starts her own collection of forgotten words. ArtsHub reviewer says, while the cast is strong and the set is beautiful, the play struggles with a slow pace and heavy dialogue. It's still good though, giving it 3.5 stars. Oh. This week, FOMO, elections, and artworks you can finally touch without getting yelled at. A new report from Music Australia reveals that the biggest barrier to live music attendance is cost. In addition, FOMO causes more of us to splurge on rare international acts rather than local gigs. Meanwhile, those outside the major cities are really feeling a pinch. For the small price of tickets, travel, snacks, drinks, and maybe a $19 plastic cup of watered-down beer, and you can be financially and spiritually ruined by 9 p.m. In other news, Labour has won. They've secured a second term and now it's time to reshuffle the cabinet like it's a political version of Uno. All eyes are on Tony Burke and whether he'll keep the arts minister's hat. He's still promising good things, more live music, funding, arts, infrastructure, and local content rules for streamers. So we'll just have to see what happens next in the never-ending masochistic entertainment binge that is politics. If clean lines and neutral tones make you yawn, good news, Wonderstruck at Brisbane's Quagomo is here to blow out your mind, then tear out your retinas. Over 100 bold, bright, touchable, totally wild artworks are begging for your attention. From hyper-real sculptures to installations that look like someone's dropped acid in Bunnings, Wonderstruck is designed to confuse, delight, and possibly trigger an existential crisis, all for the cost of a glass of fresh air. Finally, and in more serious news, the Western Australian art scene has lost a true legend last week, with the tragic early death of Georgia Malone, a passionate leader who has spent over 30 years mentoring, advocating, and building up artists across the country. Her legacy lives on through the many lives she has touched, and a memorial at UWA's Sunken Gardens celebrated her incredible impact. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a lovely day. This week, Trump, $100,000 to rock the boat, and a weird door in Footscray. Trump, yes, still him, posted last week on Truth Social saying he wants 100% tariff on overseas films. That means Bluey could now cost Americans more than a used Toyota Corolla. This could seriously hurt Australia's screen and arts industries, if it were to happen, as he hasn't given a timeline or any details about anything. Meanwhile, the Betty Amston Foundation has launched a new fellowship offering up to $100,000 for performing arts managers with a radical idea. The fellowship guides recipients through 3 key phases: learning the theory, testing it, and then actually doing the thing. It's open to arts professionals under 45. In other news, Brisbane's 2025 Melt Festival is creating a 1,000-person LGBTQIA+ choir. 1,000 voices, that's not a choir, that's a glitter-powered sound wave. The event will be happening this November, and whether you're in a choir or just love to sing, it's set to be an unforgettable celebration of pride, unity, and music. Finally, there's this immersive show in Footscray called The Door in Question. It's a 90-minute solo adventure that starts in an abandoned shopping centre and ends with you wandering through the streets of Footscray mid-story. And who wouldn't want that? We give it 4 out of 5 stars. It's a pretty fun time, but really weird. So yeah, Trump's waging war on films, you can get paid for your wild art streams, an impressive choir is assembling, and Footscray might be a portal to another dimension. Hope you have a lovely day, and thank you for watching. This week, opera hits a sour note, regional theatres tech it out, Darwin throws a party, and Sydney gets bubbly. First up, Opera Australia is reporting a $10 million deficit. Yes, that's a million with a capital M for maybe we should have done more musicals. Ticket sales are tanked, key leaders are waltzing off stage, and even their biggest winter show has flopped harder than Titanic 2. But they're still optimistic because nothing says fresh strategy like losing millions and saying, see you at our 70th birthday. Meanwhile, there's a major shortage of skilled theatre technicians, especially in regional areas, except for Toowoomba. The Empire Theatre is helping regional kids get into backstage work with a new tech training program. It's the only place where plugging things in could lead into a full-time job and not just resetting your parents' Wi-Fi. And for some, like Anthony Cucuruto, it's turned a lifelong dream into a full-time career. Darwin Festival 2025 is heating up with Guy Sebastian and LAB kicking things off. The concerts will be held at a new outdoor venue at the waterfront because nothing says festival vibes like sweating in public while pretending to know all the words to Battle Scars. Tickets are on sale now with the full program dropping on the 3rd of June. Bubble Planet is popping into Sydney with a VR wonderland. 10 rooms, massive ball pits, and enough neon to make your retinas file for workers' comp. It's sensory overload, yes, but your kids will sleep for days. This is just part of what has happened this week in Australian arts. For more, check out artshub.com.au. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. This week, 2 cultural closures, 1 cancelled fellowship, and a gallery glow-up. Let's start in Western Australia, where 2 major arts organisations are shutting down. The Perth International Cabaret Festival has sung its final show tune after losing its core funding. This has caused them to cancel its 2025 program and will impact over 50 different artists. At the same time, Propel Youth Arts Western Australia will close in June after 22 years, supporting young creatives and engaging over 500,000 youths. These closures raise serious concerns about the future of arts in Western Australia and the devastating impact caused by the lack of funding. Over in Queensland, it's a literary drama with all the ingredients of a tragic novella. Censorship, protests, and a cancelled $15,000 fellowship. Karen Wilde, a First Nations writer, was awarded a fellowship by the State Library of Queensland, then promptly unawarded the fellowship after one of her old social media posts about Gaza was unearthed. The judges weren't thrilled, with several resigning in protest. For more information, go to artshub.com.au. But finally, some good news. Bendigo Art Gallery is getting a $45 million makeover. The upgrade will expand exhibition spaces, build a learning centre, and create a dedicated space for Dja Dja Wurrung cultural materials. They'll close in November 2025 and reopen early 2028. No wait, late 2028, nope. 2029, no wait. Yep. Anyway, that's been This Week in Arts. Thanks for watching and hope you have a lovely day.